Good day, time, my fuzzies, and welcome to a quick review of a game, movie, or TV show I just finished. All thoughts and feelings are my own and are just for fun, quick way to get out my feelings on what I just played or watched. So enjoy and don't take anything too seriously. Good day, time, my fuzzyites, and welcome to a quick review of Star Fox. A nice, I'd call it an arcade-style game. You pick a path, you go through, get to the end, beat the boss and win, get a high score and whatnot. And a very nice game. For a rail shooter, I really enjoyed it. It was nice. You could tell what a lot of the stuff was. It's a good making of a 3D game without being 3D. They did a really good job on that. I see why it was so popular back in the day, and still people want more, and I want more. As I played other games in the series. But for this one, overall, it was a good experience. I enjoyed it. Level 3 was freaking terrible, but at the same time, if you play level 3, most likely you've gone through everything before, so it makes sense for it to be so hard, except, yeah, just two bosses seemed very, very unfair to me. But either way, let's start with the story. The story that I think Andross did something, and Star Fox is trying to take over Corneria? Corneria? Mm-hmm. Story. Okay, there has to be more than just defending. Game takes place in fictional planetary. Yeah. Lilac system. Inhabited by amphibious animal species. Corneria good. And Venom evil, respectively. So, okay. So Andross was an evil scientist. He fled to Venom after being banished from Corneria and declared war on Corneria, unleashing an enormous army to wreak havoc on the Lilac system. General Pepper, the commanding officer of Corneria's defense force, dispatches a prototype high-performance fighter craft called the R-Wing. However, lacking in time to train pilots for the new aircraft, he summons the most elite mercenary team. Are there mercenaries? The elite mercenary team, Star Fox, to defeat Andross. Fox McCloud, the leader of the team, is accompanied by his teammates. Falco, Lombraria, Peppy Hare, and Slippy Toad. So you don't get much of that from playing the game, or maybe I missed it. Because it's probably one of those things where it's in the SNES manual, which I don't have, because I don't think I own this game. Physically, I'm playing on the Super Nintendo, or the Switch Online port of it. Or also stuff they put out earlier. From the game perspective, you kind of just, hey, we're being attacked by Andross. Now go get him as you go across the world and pick your path. Either level 1, a straight shoot for it. Level 2, going through the back door allegedly. And level 3, doing a surprise attack. All of them kind of have the same thing of going through different separate worlds, fighting a boss at the end of it, and moving on. And yeah, kind of everything doesn't really add much more to stuff. You get kind of tidbits here and there, like when they go to Fortuna, you hear he's taken over wildlife and whatnot. And in level 3, you learn that Fox is apparently reckless, just like his father was. And that Fox was named McCloud, if you don't know that elsewhere. So, in-game, not much story to go off of. It is very arcadey, but it gives you enough to know why you're going through a place, or what's going on with a place that you're fighting through, and whatnot. So that is nice. I enjoy that. But yeah, as for characters, you have the main one being Fox McCloud, who's the leader, going headlong into battle, making sure everyone's okay at the end of each mission. And at the end, everyone groups up if everyone's good to go back. You have General Pepper, who is your information general, who gives you information about what's going on in every area you go to, as well as just simple advice on what needs to be done. I guess just information on the area, and to be careful. Peppy Hare, he's kind of there. He didn't really have the fatherly mentor role. He says some things, but not a lot to indicate that he is a older member of the group who is like, hey, just so you know, do this, do an Arion roll. I guess in the one mission in 3, he does give you advice like, oh yeah, if you're in the tractor beams. No, Falco also says stuff, I think. I don't know. Falco, he's more stubborn. He wants to do it himself. Even if you help him, he won't say thank you. And Slippy is kind of nervous, but there. So the characters aren't very well established, as it is in the other games and series in the future. With Fox being more of the gung-ho leader, Falco being more of the stubborn, I can do it myself type of BA. Peppy Hare being the older member of the group, who's been through a lot more battles, who encourages the new members to go forth and what they need to do. And Slippy, I think he mentions doing stuff with the R-Wing, making the R-Wing, but beyond that, not much. And Andros, you kind of get a rivalry between him and Fox, or more importantly, Fox's father. But not much else. So yeah, character-wise, they're there, they give you enough to keep going, and they have their own distinct personality, but nothing more relevant than somewhat like, okay, basic characteristics here. Still good, still enjoyable, but basic characteristics. Going on to the places, you have a bunch from Corneria, the Asteroid Field, Sector Z, Titan, a Shield, or Sector Y, a Shield Armada, Meteor, Fortuna, Sector Z, Macbeth, Venom. And depending on which level you pick on will determine which 3 to 4 areas you go through before going to Venom. And each area is unique, they have their own textures, looks, some of them have their own enemies, and it's just very good, very nice. Some of them have their own thing where you have to do a special objective in order to continue, but most of them are just fly forward, shoot everything, beat the boss, go home. And it's fun. I enjoy it. The areas look nice. Like I said, it looks very good for trying to be 3D and succeeding pretty well in a 2D space. And the areas do give you variety that I enjoy greatly. Going on to the game mechanics, pretty simple game. You move around. You have a blaster button that shoots to defeat your enemies. There is a bomb button that destroys everything on screen. And there is a speed up and slow down button that gives you a temporary boost or a temporary brakes. All this is used to fly around the stage, shoot down enemies, dodge oncoming projectiles or just walls or obstacles in your way, and try to win, get to the end and beat them. Beyond that, in the areas you can collect different things like weapon upgrades, ship repair things, so your blaster can get better, or if your wing is damaged, you repair it, though I don't know if your damaged wing actually does anything to affect you greatly, or if it's just a look thing. There's also health every so often, and bombs to be picked up and reused. So, overall, it's pretty simple. I guess hectic as all shooters go as you get more enemies, more faster enemies, and whatnot. But this makes for a really fun, decent experience. Overall, I enjoyed it. The levels were pretty good. Just the 2 bosses were just unworldly difficult to hit. I think I had to dodge and weave a lot more for the one, and for the other, it's very, very difficult without bombs to line it up because you have no time, and projectiles come at you quick that are very hard to evade if you're not evading right away. But all in all, a pretty decent game. I enjoyed it, and I'm excited to go to the second one. Whether the second one is Star Fox 64, being the second one released, or Star Fox 2, which was a cancelled game that got re-released for the, what was it, the SNES Mini, and then Switch Online as well to play off of. So who knows? I'll probably get to it sometime. But overall, I enjoyed this. If you've not played this game, it's fun to give it a play through. Very enjoyable. But I'll leave this quick review here, so thank you my fuzzies for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video and game. Take care.